58 ms. I cannot be lagging.
58? You're lagging. Okay, it has something to do with your mic then if it's not your Wi-Fi.
It's not my mic.
But you are lagging though. Just ask you on
Keeps
shit, bro, if you
fluctuating.
don't
It
believe.
goes to 241.
Oh my
How do I
lord, you sound like a. Oh
keep
my
going to?
god, dear lord. Dude, it's so bad, bro.
Yeah, I might have to get another mod because Shinra is outside.
Oh no, Infinity's gonna be a Discord monkey now. You want Rayo to mod? If he can.
I don't know how he moderates so good.
Alright, bro. Not like I knew how Shinra moderates, but I agreed.
That's horrible. I already made that, but
I can't hear what you're saying because you're lagging. Shit, this nigga's lagging badly, bro. Please play your Wi-Fi.
Yo, Yanni's my bitch.
Oh my boy.
Hello.
Damn, this nigga needs to pay his Wi-Fi, bro. Let's have Kezi mod. He's a sane black man, bro. Ah, he left. Oh my god. This is so annoying. Somebody get Rayo up here so I can talk to him for now at least.
Yo, bro, I guess we got it today now.
You said bro, get some niggas up here, bro. Like this is so boring. Like Infinity's not here yet. He's like fixing his trash Wi-Fi.
Yo.
Oh nah, this focus alt account is here. What do you want here, Mixify?
Bruh, I don't even sound like Focus. I don't even know if I sound like him on this headset.
This nigga is literally focused. I don't know what he's talking
Oh
about.
my gosh, bro.
Say I cut women.
No, nigga. What the fuck?
Say I extort women.
Anyways, man.
Just say that. How long are you gonna sound like him?
Yeah, Mixify. What type of knife do you got?
Wait, say no, I did. Say no, I did it because she was like fucking around with her cat, and I'm the hero.
Yeah, bro, what are you on, bro?
Dude, it's just regular
ass
weed.
nigga.
Relax, bro.
Oh.
It's just regular. It
Am I
sounds fine. Speak
still
speak again. It sounds like you're fine.
Okay.
Try speaking for the last time. Yeah, it sounds like
speaking.
you're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like you're fine.
Sure. Everybody
So
can
where's
hear me in
Surugi,
chats?
bro? Yeah, we can
He's
hear you.
probably
It's
not gonna
fine.
respond. We can wait till he comes back.
Oh my god, bro. Bro, we can debate right now.
I mean,
You just judge later. Is that fine with you?
The recording, but our position is that
Yeah,
the
sure, it's
mind.
fine.
Actually, just clarify our positions.
You said you want to start first, or should I do it?
I said you can clarify our positions for the recording.
Okay, shit, that's fine. I think the position that the mind is immaterial is a more favorable position than the position that the mind is immaterial. Oh, sorry. I think the
And what do
position
you
that the
mean by
mind
that?
is immaterial. Hold on, relax. I think the position that the mind is like immaterial is more favorable than the position that the mind is material.
And what do you mean by that? Yeah, I think I'm
I think
lagging
it's
or delayed or
probable.
something.
Yeah, you are lagging a little bit, but I'm saying like it's more probable that the mind is immaterial. That's what I mean.
Oh my god. This is like
You're lagging badly again, bro.
hello, bro. Oh my god.
I don't know if it's your wife or if it's your mic, but something is wrong. But you sound fine now.
Okay, so you're saying that it's more likely that the mind is immaterialistic, correct?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be taking the position that my position is more reasonable than yours. Materialistic.
Damn, I mean, I heard what you said, but you lagged again. But you want to continue
Oh my god.
like that? No, it's not you lagging, Minion. It's Infinity.
My position for the recording is that it's more reasonable to believe that the mind is materialistic. Do you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we did hear that, but you're still lagging. But you want to continue just like that or
Oh
not?
no,
I don't know. I don't know if it's your wife or if it's your mic, honestly.
it's not my mic or my Wi-Fi. It's my laptop.
It's your laptop, then debate on your phone, I guess. That's what I'm doing right now.
Hello.
He said least laggy eliminated debate. Yeah, what's up?
Hello. I'm on phone now. Do you hear me?
It sounds like you're fine. You can reaffirm your position.
Okay. So for the recording, my position is going to be that it's more reasonable to believe that the mind is materialistic. So you
Oh,
can
so
start.
you want me to start? Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Let's see here. What do you define information as?
Give me a second.
You said
Information
what?
is going to be synonymous with the process of facts.
So do you think information can be like reduced to like physical properties or physical
I
explanations
think
solely?
everything is reduced to physical properties.
Okay, what would you use to justify like information being
I
or
don't
having
really
the
care about
capacity?
justifying anything during your point, so you can go ahead and justify why information will be something that's unreducible to non-physicality or to
I
physicality.
mean,
I apologize.
if you have never really like empirically, but it's fine, I could do that. But if you have never really like empirically deduced like information to be reducible to physical properties, then I don't think
I've actually
it's
empirically
properly.
deduced everything to be reduced to physical properties. So I understand what you mean by that question.
I mean, even if it's not just like empirically, we can just do it like like experiments and stuff. If
Well, I don't really care
experiment
about
on
experiments because every real world scientific experiment that we actually propose is going to be reducible to physical facts and physical properties. So I don't care about that.
that's begging the question
Epistemically,
though. How would you
everything
go
we
about
have, hold
justifying
on, chill, calm down, don't cut me off. Epistemically, everything we have access to seemingly is physical. And you can repeat what you just said under your breath.
I'm saying that you're begging the question. I ask you justify that because you're going
How
at
am
what
I
you said
begging a
before.
question when I didn't try to justify anything? I gave an opening statement.
Okay, that was not an argument then. Hello.
No, that was an opening statement. That's distinct from an argument. I'm not giving you an argument yet. I'm waiting for
So
your
yes or
argument.
no?
You're hold on, chill. You're trying to burden shit. So what is the argument as to why
No,
you can
I
have non-physical things?
I already explained now. Like experiments show that you cannot really reduce information to like physical properties.
Okay, what
You're
experiment
saying
shows
like,
that?
sure, I'll get the experiments. It's fine. I just use the explanation for the brain. It's fine.
Hmm. What do you define the mind as?
Hold on. Let me get the link first.
I don't understand why we went through this debate without actually defining it beforehand. For the recording, I define the mind as the medium in which allows us to go through sensory experience.
Let me just get this link first. Hey, should I send it like scans?
You can send it in my DMs or scans. I don't care.
I'll send it to your list because the channel is probably gonna be conflated right now.
Did you hear me?
I'm sending in like tier list because nobody's talking.
I
There.
define the mind as the medium in which allows us to go through sensory experience. What's your definition of the mind?
I mean, I guess you can go by that definition as well.
Sure.
So you know what like neurotransmitters are, right? Hold on, let me get the definition.
Yes, but you can explain it for the recording and audience.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? I don't see the channel.
Now hold on, I'm getting something else.
Let me. Oh, I didn't shit up.
Damn.
Are you sure you're not too tired to do this?
Nah, it's just fever, honestly.
Let me know, bro. If you can't keep up.
Yeah, that's the claim. Alright, then starting with neurotransmitters, like the definition that I gave, right? You want to read it or should I read it for you?
You can read it out.
Okay, sure. Neurons are responsible for sending and receiving neurotransmitters, right? Chemicals that carry information between brain cells. Depending on the location, a neuron can perform the job of sensory neuron, a
Mhm.
motor neuron, and an interneuron sending and receiving specific neurotransmitters. And it
Mhm.
also allows us to have like sensory experience. I think the first
Are
one
you
didn't know.
done?
Hold on. Oh, sorry, it's the same one.
Are you done?
And then we can get into the definition of like information, and it's just like directly
The definition
describe
of
it.
information is what I propose. I already know this, but are you done?
No, that's your definition. I'm just giving you the definition. That's already in the
Yeah, you're
PDF.
giving me the definition, meaning you're going to appeal to some site, and I'm saying my definition is the denotative definition.
Your definition is contextually like false. Like what?
Yeah, you can think that. Stop using filler words like, but we can appeal to Oxford if you want.
Why would you appeal to Oxford if it's like contextually wrong? But sure, you can get it.
I
Is it the
said we
same one that you
can.
used
I said we
beforehand?
can. What do you want to appeal to? If you're just going to define it in a way that
Okay,
helps your position, anyways, if you're going to find it in a way that helps your position, that's just going to be a definite fallacy.
it's not me defining it in a way that helps my position. I just think it's contextually
That's why I
wrong to
didn't
this.
say it was. I said if you do such
Yeah,
thing, it will be a definite fallacy.
Yeah, I'm responding to that possibility. Like what?
It is going to be possible, but anyways. So, what is your definition? Just say it out loud.
Okay, sure, that's fine. So they say information is an abstract concept that refers to which has the power to inform. And
Okay.
after that, they
So
give
obviously, with my position, I'm not going to accept that definition. So, how does this all correlate back to the experiment you were proposing before?
Okay, sure. Let's supposedly go by your definition, right? It's
It
whether
doesn't even have
okay.
to be my definition as long as it isn't yours, because your definition presupposes your position. That's a definite fallacy by definition.
I'm asking you what your definition is, so we can go by that too.
I've already
We
said
can
it
see
2
if that
times, and it's
definition
the
is actually
process of
valid. Yeah,
facts.
you can reaffirm it. It's a process of
Yeah, I
facts.
know I
Okay,
can,
do you
but
think?
it's the process of
Okay, do you
facts.
think? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Do you think like facts can be reduced to like physical properties, so they
I
can
think
only have like
everything I've
physical?
said before. Yes, I believe information can be reduced to physical properties, as I've said 3 times in
Yeah,
a
what's
row,
your
Toxic.
justification for that? That's the point. What's
Yeah,
your
that's just
justification
my
for that?
belief. Yeah, anyways, that's just my belief. You're trying to shift the burden and tell me justify something that I already told you to prove. So once again, what is the justification as to why information can be reduced to non-physicality? Because that's the claim you made. I'll get to all my justification during my point, Toxic.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I already said this beforehand. I defined like neurons, and they talk about how like
Wait, yeah,
neurons like send like information. Hold on. Neurons send information in question. Like, so this entire thing about information, right, is that since like
do you
they
even know what
cannot
you're saying,
really
bro?
like hold on. Since they cannot really like define like neurons, right, without like a
Go ahead,
okay,
bro.
let's see. Okay, fine. Hold on.
Bro, can I just give a refutation?
Okay, fine. You can give a refutation.
It's not even really a refutation. It's just that you just said it can't really define neurons, but you just defined it perfectly. And actually, yes, empirically they can
I
define
never
neurons. And
said
they
no. I
can.
never said you can't
Hold
define
on. Okay, that's
neurons.
fine.
I
Let
never
me
said you can
expand.
define
That's
neurons.
fine. Let me expand. So empirically, we can actually test and see what neurons do, and we have literal experiments on what they do. So we have conclusions for neurons and everything.
I'm talking
And
about the
nothing.
information that
Hold on. And
no. I'm
nothing.
talking about the
And nothing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You
no.
can say it
You
after
straw
I'm
man it.
done,
You straw man
Tostic.
it.
You can say it after I'm done, Tostic. I'm
Sure,
just
that's fine.
clarifying
Go
it for
ahead.
the
Go
recording.
ahead.
Yes, every single
Sure.
scientific experiment that I've seen correlated to neurons has turned out to be reduced to some physical fact about the world or how the brain works, which I can demonstrate, at least some parts of it.
No. Okay. I'm talking about the information that the neurons transmit, not the
Yes,
neurons themselves. The
transmit. What does
neurons
it
can
mean
be
to
physical.
transmit, Tosik?
To send something. God damn.
How do you send non-physicality?
How do you send non-physicality?
Yes, how do you
Okay.
send something
What do
non-physical?
you think it's impossible to send non-physicality? Yes or no?
How do you send something non-physical, Tosik?
I think if not something that's non-physical can change, then obviously can be sent. Like what?
Okay, how does metaphysical change exist?
How does metaphysical? Okay, that's fine. Let me give an example. Let's say you go cut your hair, and I say linguistically, right? Yesterday you did not have like a bald like head or something, and then the next day you had like a bald head. Then that shows how linguistically speaking, which linguistically is like something that references like non-physical stuff. It shows how
If
it's
you're just talking
innate
about
change.
synthetically my hair has changed, that's not going to be something non-physical. You can reduce that to a physical fact about the world. Language is what
No,
describes the
that's a physical
physical
represent.
process
No,
of the
that's
world.
no. The linguistic. Okay, the linguistical thing in question is still non-physical. It's just representing
How
something
is the
that's physical.
linguistical thing in question instead of it describing something about the physical world?
I never. Okay, you're not straw manning what I'm saying. You straw
I
manning what
never
I'm saying,
tried to
bro.
represent what you said. I'm telling you
Okay,
and asking you a question.
didn't you? Okay, what you said is a consequence of you trying to. Okay, bro. Whatever, bro.
Do you
Anyways,
even know what you're
I am.
saying? Once again, brother, you're stumbling over your words.
Okay, just listen. Right?
I've
I
been
am
listening. You
saying
haven't given an actual argument out. You're kicking a metaphysical
you
can.
cut it out. Listen. Now I am saying in this case, right, linguistical things are not physical things, and they can representation mean that things
Wait,
that
that presupposes
linguistical
that
in
there's
question,
non-physical
like
things within
physical.
reality. I believe, listen, I
Okay,
believe
do
these
you
are things that we
think
have
you
in
can?
our. Oh my.
Okay, do
Anyways,
you can see words?
wait, maybe if you don't cut me off and you don't
Yeah.
understand what I think, Costic, that isn't appealing at all. So what I believe is that we have linguistics. We use that to describe physical facts about the world. And the only thing that's actually changing is the physical facts about the world. The description, anyways, the description itself is
That
something we can write on a piece of paper, for example.
okay. You clear on that point. Hello,
No, I want you to justify that
there.
linguistics is something metaphysical. Uniroshu, do you hear me?
What? Oh, so you don't
Hello?
think something that's okay? What do you think something that's metaphysical is?
Yeah.
Something metaphysical
What do you
lacks
think something
spatial
that's
parts, which would translate to also, I'm trying to answer the question. Calm down, bid.
Sure.
Something
Go
that
ahead.
is metaphysical lacks physical parts that would translate to it also being aspatial.
Okay, so how is something that's linguistical like physical if it only has like physical representations?
I'm trying to
The
burn
physical
you just because
representation.
you can actually defend your position. Once again, what is the justification
You
for your
literally
position? All my I'm doing my
are you
position.
are you? But you
You
literally
calling me
just said
dumb
something
doesn't do
that's
anything for you.
linguistical is not a
That isn't
metaphysical
progressive of
concept
the
though.
conversation. Stop
Okay,
avoiding the
yes or
stop
no?
sign. What is the
Okay, hold
argument
on.
you have?
Infinity, yes or no? Did you not say something that's
Stop
metaphysical
calling my
is
name out.
something
You can
that's
just give your
non-physical?
arguments.
I just gave you the
Repeat yourself.
argument too, bitch.
That
Okay,
isn't an
you're
argument.
not
That's the
listening
question.
because you're cutting me out.
I am listening.
God
That's an
damn.
argument. I mean, that's not an argument. That's a
Okay, what
question.
did I
But
say?
repeat
What
your
did I
question.
say? If you are listening, what did I say?
Once again, repeat the
Good.
question.
You did not hear what I said, bitch. Anyways,
I did hear
as I
what
was
you're
saying,
saying, but
right?
obviously you're delayed on my end, so I didn't hear the question about you asking what you said. But once
You
again, just repeat your question.
hold on. You definitely said something that's
I've been
metaphysical.
holding
Something that.
on. Just give your arguments.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, Yuansha, can you moderate, bro?
Just give your argument. You're obviously delayed on my end. I'm not meaning
Yuansha,
to interject you.
Yuansha, can you? Okay, if you say so. But anyways, you directly said that something that's metaphysical is something that's like it cannot be like non-physical. That's directly what you said, and we can get in the recording.
That's
And
not
if
what
you
I
think
said at
you didn't,
all. You're not even tracking.
if you
So you
okay,
can
if you
see.
think it,
Yeah, I
no,
don't know
it's
why you're
fine. If
cutting
you
me
didn't
off, but
say
you're
that, we can
clearly strawmanning
conclude.
me.
It's fine. It's fine. No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
no,
If you
I'm
didn't
going to
say that,
clarify what I said because I'm not a rat like you. You're trying to conclude when obviously things are misclarified. So what I actually said is something
okay,
metaphysical,
I'm just
lacks
going by what
spatial
you're
parts.
saying.
I don't know why you're cutting me off when you're clearly lost
I'm
in the
just going by
sauce. So
what you're
shut up.
saying, bro.
Yeah. Anyways, what I've actually said was something metaphysical lacks spatial parts, which can translate to being non-physical and translate to be atemporal or atemporal. That's what I said. So we can move
How?
on.
Oh, you for real said that? But how does that pertain to the
Yes,
point
that's what I
about?
said
Yeah,
twice in a row.
how does that? Yeah, how does that pertain to some? How does it pertain to the point about linguistics, though?
Because you are arguing that linguistics is metaphysical, which I just said translate to aspatial and
No, I
atemporality.
asked
You
you a
have yet to
question.
argue as to why that's possible.
I never argued that. I asked you a question.
You did argue it. You said information can travel.
Of what?
Are you retarded or can you actually keep up? You said information can
About
travel. How is it
yeah, I
possible for
said.
it to travel? You have yet to give an
Are
argument yet.
you okay? You're not okay. I don't think you're following. I never okay. I did say that right, but that
You
was
don't have
not
to
used in
think that.
conjunction. No, it was not used in conjunction with the point about whether or not like something that's linguistical is like
Oh
non-physical.
my God. You sound like a little kid, but repeat yourself, right? Oh my God. Yeah, you said that. You said if, for example, there is a state of affairs where I have blue hair and then the next day I have no hair, then it will be
Yeah, sure.
linguistical change. I'm asking,
Yeah.
why is it linguistical change? Why is linguistics non-physical? Hello?
Hold on. I'm talking.
Oh my bad. You got to go to ChatGPT for that argument.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
I'm not heard, or okay, all right.
Yes,
I'm
we
heard.
hear you.
Oh, don't worry. Actually, I'm not judging, of course, but yeah, I'm moderating.
Yeah, that's fine.
Minute.
You can
But
do
I'm
talking
not.
stick when I'm speaking.
How do y'all
When
know?
I'm
How
speaking,
do I have to
when I'm
All
speaking,
right.
when I'm speaking, he can be muted. When he's speaking, I can be muted.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Yeah.
Okay, Tensa, you can come up since you want to co-mod. You can just have your button hovering over his mute button, and then core for me.
Right. Can I have perms though? I mean, I need perms to mute people. I can't moderate without that.
Asik, where are you at?
Y'all should reload them.
Oh God.
Ask Minion. Minion, give me perms right the fuck now.
What the fuck?
Sorry about that. That was rude. But yeah, I need perms though. Real shit.
Yeah, same type shit.
Uniro should
Only
be perms.
temporarily. I don't need it anymore.
He's not even a VC.
Oh, I do have perms now. Ooh, I'm powerful. Okay, yeah. Continue this duty booty ass debate. Yeah.
Yeah. So currently, I'm arguing that linguistics is what describes reality. Why is linguistical change, quote unquote, linguistical change, something that's non-physical? He has yet to give an argument for that, and instead, he's demonstrated a lack of tracking.
Are you telling me and Ted said that, or are you telling that to the recording?
I was telling that for the recording and the audience so they can keep up. Because clearly my
Yeah,
point isn't doing
audience, you better listen up. You better listen up, audience.
Yeah, type shit.
type shit.
Alright, my bad game. Where we at?
It's fine.
You
So
go,
what's the
Gangu.
What's up, Tensor? What you saying?
Hi.
Yeah, that's fine. So what's the argument?
Oh, for linguistics, like being like non-physical.
Non-physical linguistical change. What's the argument?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I want to argue whether or not like linguistic is non-physical to begin with.
That's fine. So what's the argument?
Sure, that's fine. Do you think like for example, like if I describe something X, right? Do you think that description has some sort of like physicality?
All questions will be answered when it's my time to speak. So continue with your argument.
Yeah, I think there's no way you can like. Hold on. Oh my God, Ma. Yeah, I'm coming. Like, give me a minute. Damn.
You're
Anyways,
coming.
yeah, bro, I'm
Show me
doing
your
some chores
dagger.
at fucking 6, bro. Anyways, that's what I was saying, bro. I don't think like maybe for example, hypothetically, like a description X, right, can
Mhm.
like have some sort of physical properties, and if that's the case, it's non-physical. So you're either physical or non-physical.
Repeat yourself.
So I'm saying I don't think if I like describe something like a description X, even if that description whether or not it corresponds to reality, right? I don't think that description has some sort of physicality. It just has like a physical
Of
representation.
course,
You're
I
either
agree and grant
non-physical
that
or
you
you're
believe that.
physical.
Hey,
Wait,
wait,
I'm
shut the
positing.
fuck
Wait,
up.
wait, Corin, hold on.
Shut
I'm
the fuck
positing that.
up.
I'm positing that. I'm positing that you believe that. But what's the argument as to why that's actually true? I believe everything is physical.
Yeah, I know you believe that, but
I know. That's why I'm going to
as
go
you
about maybe justifying it during.
Okay, chill. Just let toxic. And then
hold
you
on,
talk.
that's okay. That's what I'm asking you. If you like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm saying
Wait, did he only
like,
cut out for me?
I'm saying like
Yeah,
you
you
cannot
cut out
like
badly.
have like a actual description that's like physical and not just like the physical representation. Either non-physical or material. That's
Okay, is that it? Okay, you're on mute.
yeah. You can.
You cannot be trusted. Yeah, you can't be trusted either. All right, there.
So I'll send you weren't listening, Toxic, and I'll take you through it step by step. The things in the brain are physical. Linguistics is derived from the brain. Linguistics is what we use to describe reality. Something in reality changes that entails linguistical change within our brain. I will justify maybe everything during my point. You keep on trying to burden shit because you understand you cannot defend your claim and it's impossible to justify something being immaterialistic. Currently, all you've asserted is your beliefs. So, what is the argument as to why linguistics is something that's going to be non physical? Do you have an argument for that state of affairs? Yes or no?
Is that it? Okay, great. All right, toxic.
Anyways, so I think your argument is a non sequitur since you're saying that since the brain is physical, has its physical properties, and then something in the brain is like this specific like description is contingent on the brain, like means that this specific description in question is also physical. I think that's a non sequitur. And yeah, that's just about it. You know, to that real quick. I don't think yo, you can unmute him.
Yeah, okay, sure, I can respond. Can you mute him, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can believe that it's a non sequitur, but once again, everything empirically is physical, which I can demonstrate that. Statistically, every single thing that we've seen is physical. This is something that's justifiable unless you're going to rap like you always do. But once again, I don't believe in atemporal causation, as in metaphysical change at all. These two things are distinct concepts, but if metaphysical change does not exist, that would logically follow and entail that atemporal causation doesn't exist. If atemporal causation doesn't exist, hello, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can go.
Yes, so if atemporal causation doesn't exist, then that means your position cannot be justified at all. Atemporal causation will be cause and effect without temporality. I believe that these things are reliant on temporality, therefore it follows if we can reduce your position to absurdity, which it would be because that's a contradiction. The contradiction would be time without time. How can you have change without time? That being time is going to be the governing of change, and change is going to be represented spatially, as in through spatial interaction biconditionally. This is something empirically justifiable as well. So I once again, that's why my position is that the mind is materialistic, or at least that's the reasonable position to accept. By reason why I was saying likely. So due to our epistemic axis, everything we have access to is physical. Therefore, I have more reason to believe that the mind is materialistic, and more reason to believe that time is biconditionally represented through change and spatial interaction.
Okay, is that it?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I don't think
Toxic.
like atemporal causation is like a logical contradiction. It's like absurdity to begin with, and I'm gonna go about justifying that. But anyways, the entire argument is that, like, for example, if you have like the expansion of the universe, right, and the expansion of the universe happens within the temporal axis, and we can clearly see that the universe is transitioning from like a specific like space where it's like matter is more confined in like a singular space, since like in a Big Bang, matter began like in a specific singularity, and from then matter began like expanding and expanding, right? So if that's the case, that means the present is the only thing that exists, since it has to like be the only thing that exists. Because if the future existed, then that means the universe already expanded, but the universe is currently like expanding. If that's the case, that means that time in itself is not actual infinity, right? And if it's not actually infinity, that means time is either potential infinity or time is finite, right? And if that's the case, right, if time is potential infinity, time at a beginning. And if time is finite, time at a beginning. And if time at the beginning, there was change, and the change was that there was no time, and after that, there had time. So atemporal causation can happen. And by the way, I believe that like the entire thing about causation, right? About whether or not causation like is like contingent on temporality, something it's only something that references the universe and like the laws of physics, not something outside of that.
All right, cool. You finished?
Yeah, that's just about it.
All right.
Yeah, so you can give the last argument after. If you don't repeat that, it's just going to be dropped. So in response to the first thing you just said, I just told you all my beliefs regarding time. I don't care about A theory or B theory. You just said a whole bunch of ramble. Once again, I believe time and change are biconditionally represented via spatial interaction. So if there's no space to be interacted with, or there's nothing that's just interacting with each other, that entails not that time doesn't exist, but just time has no representation of itself. So what you just said, I want you to repeat the last part because you gave a lot. You said something about potential and actual infinite. I don't care if time is actually infinite or not, as long as my thesis of time goes through. That being that it's just spatial interaction. That's all it is. That's what represents time. So as long as my thesis goes through, that's all I guarantee. That's all I grant.
All right, you finished?
Yeah.
Okay. There. You can speak
So
now.
hold on, I need clarification. So are you saying that like time, like being biconditional with change is like it's like something that's like necessary, or what? Like I'm confused. Like, can you please clarify
All right,
that
you
real
want
quick?
to answer that? Yeah.
Yeah, just that.
Cool.
And I'll repeat
Yeah,
what
so
I
there's
said
two
about
things.
like
I want you to
infinite.
repeat the first part of your argument in a second. Yes, I believe it's empirically necessary.
All right, cool.
Why does it being like empirically necessary means that it's necessary though? I just gave like a rational argument as to why that's not the case. That's why I mentioned infinities to begin with. And what do you mean like my first argument that I gave?
Yeah, hello. I'm actually repeat the first
Yeah.
part of it because I was lagging out and I didn't hear what you said. But the reason why it matters is because all my position is that this is more reasonable to accept. I'm arguing dualistic justification, or at least I'm asking favorhood off of our epistemic axis. So if epistemically everything that we have access to is physical, I gave this argument multiple times, so please listen up. If epistemically everything we have access to is physical, then it would be reasonable to assert that things such as the constant of time, things such as the mind being materialistic, etc., all these things can be reduced to physical facts. So can you repeat the first argument you gave? And then once again, like I said, you can let me know if you didn't hear that part because you clearly haven't been listening to it at all during this entire debate.
Oh, okay. Just leave that shit out of it. All right, just you finished? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool.
Wait, what does he want me to repeat? Like he said I should repeat something. Like some part of my
Because I
argument or
lagged
something.
out.
Yeah, you are such a-
Yeah, what
Just repeat the argument. I lagged out during most of it.
Oh my god. All right, let me unmute Toxic now.
Alright, so yeah, I was saying like the universe expands, right? And if the universe expands, there's a progression of events that takes place, right? So I'm saying, right, the future does not exist and the present only like goes to the future. And we can empirically do, since you're going by empiricism this badly, we can empirically deduce that to be the case. For example, if the universe is expanding, that means that the present is the only thing that which exists, and we're like progressing into the future from the present, right? If we suppose the future existed, then that means the universe already expanded. And I don't think that you could really justify that because if you keep empirically like see whatever is happening or causal relations or events that take place within the universe, that's not really the case. So the second argument that I brought up was about like infinities, and I said like since it's the case that the universe, right, is like still like not the universe, sorry, time is like still progressing, right? And we don't really have a future, right? The present like goes to the future. It entails the fact that time is either potential infinity or it's finite. And if it's both either of those, it entails the fact that time at the beginning. And if time at the beginning there was a change, the change is that time transitioned from non-existence and it existed. I don't know whatever external force acted upon that, but yeah, it did.
Cool. You finished?
So you can have atemporal causation. So yeah.
All right. Cool. You finished?
Sure, yeah. I'm
Oh
done.
my god, that's retarded. These saucy Wu type arguments. Okay. Anyways, for the universe expansion point, I don't think that actually means that there is no future. I don't understand why it can't just be progressing to a future rate. It could just be the case that the future exists, but not currently. Obviously, the future is going to be distinct analytically from the present. So the presents can be progressing through the future. Like for example, you have 10. 1, 2, 3 is going to be the future. 1 is going to be the present, and then you go into 2. That's going to be the future of that 1, and then you go into 3, and it continue on from there. You saying that what we see is the present doesn't mean that there isn't a future that is predetermined, or doesn't mean that there's anything that's deterministic at all. And then in response to the other argument, you said since it's the case that time doesn't have, what would you say about the infinity shit? Oh yeah, you said potential infinity or finite infinity. Yeah, I don't understand why that would be the case at all. I just believe that at first there was no representation point, and now there was a representation point, that being the space expanding. That doesn't mean that change didn't exist. It just means that something that we do not know of actually occurred, in which caused the universe to expand, and then that's what caused representation of time. Is that what caused time to exist? No, that's what caused the reputation to take action, to take course. That's distinct.
Cool. You finished?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Toxic.
Should I clarify like what I said about the infinities, like when I talked about them again, or should I just leave them?
Whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Okay, so I'll just continue. I don't think like his argument addressed what I said, so I think we can move on from this. Like what he said, in fact, entails what I said, so I'm just confused. I think he's confused too.
Okay, so what do you guys want to leave this off? Do you guys just want to leave it off? Or like
Nah, there's probably gonna be a lot of shit that we have to argue before.
Cool. So do you want to like say anything to him, or do you want me to unmute him?
Oh yeah.
I'm not really listening to the argument, so I don't know. I'm just.
Oh yeah, by the way, I just need to clarify this. The entire thing about like we can like, I think he said something about like us like having like the ability to like empirically deduce like time or whatever, something like that. I just want to add on to that, right? I think causal relations, they're not something that we can see physically, but we can see the effects of causal relations as well. So it's not something we can deduce empirically, but we still argue that causal relations are a thing. So I don't think him saying that
But y'all
anything
asked
that
the
we can
question,
see.
and then y'all had me muted while asking the question.
Bro,
You should have
chill.
just
Let
no.
him-
Hold
Wait,
on.
I'm not gonna lie, Toxic. Stop that rambling shit. Just get to the point and let me unmute him, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I am getting
Because
to
you
the
saw
like.
Bella.
That's why. Okay, does he want me to
It's
like
taking,
answer like his
way too long
question
for you
then?
to do. You're just saying this unnecessary shit. So just get to the point and just leave it off there and just like sum
Okay,
it up.
that's fine.
Don't
Sure.
say for too long,
So
bro.
yeah, I don't think like anything in the universe, right? I don't think everything in the universe can be empirically deduced, and that's for a couple of reasons. For one, we can never like deduce like causal relations to exist physically, but we can observe like the effects of causal relations. It's not like you can see like a specific property that is responsible for causal relations or a specific like substance that shows how causal relations act, but we know the effects of causal relations. So yeah, I don't think like everything in the universe can be solely like reduced to like physicality because that's what he claimed beforehand for his
Okay, cool,
position.
cool, cool. You finished? Cool, you finished?
Yeah, I'm done. Sure.
Alright, okay. God fucking damn, y'all are annoying.
Nice
you
try.
can
He just
speak.
repeated himself 3 times in a row. But anyways, if you are listening, you can clearly see that I believe everything is reduced back to representations. All these concepts such as causal time, just overall time, cause and effect, etc. I believe all these are reduced to representations. So when I say we can empirically observe of a cause and effect, I believe that that cause and effect happening within space is a representation of the concept of cause and effect. So if that is the case, and then it follows that my argument is something that's necessarily the case. So what you're just saying is a non sequitur. All you're doing is telling me your belief. And then this translate back to the other point, if you were listening, to add upon this, all you did and all you said was, well, if something is progressive, that means that there's no future. Why does that mean that? How is that secular at all? Why isn't it just progressing into the future? And then I actually do believe I understand the potential and finite infinities. But if you don't believe I understand that, why instead of trying to do this sophistry stuff like you always do, why don't you just clarify for me and the audience if you don't believe you understand instead of trying to conclude and get some type of fee or win off of me? Because that's clearly all you're trying to do. Well, I'm actually trying to progress the conversation properly.
All right. Are you finished? Okay, I'm just take that as a yes.
Silence is violence. You can't do that.
Bro, why is this man getting so heated? Bro, did I not ask you like if you what you wanted me to re-clarify, bro? I can do it right now. Like what? How you get so heated, bro? It's just debating. God damn. You want me to explain the potential infinity stuff again? Like also, by the way,
Oh
hold on.
my
By the way,
god,
infinity.
don't do this stupid like
Hold on,
you want to
relax. My
save
bad,
the
my bad, my
argument.
bad. Yeah, I
Brother,
just want to
please
say
just give the
this.
argument. Please just give the
Oh
argument.
god, like bro, y'all are so fucking annoying. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my bad, again, my bad, again. But I'm saying, by the way, infinity, bro. Like I never said that the future does not exist in that sense. I said the present is progressing to the future. So you strawmanning my argument. Like what you're saying literally just pertains to what I'm saying. You're agreeing with me, dude. Bro, you can mute
That's
me,
it.
bro. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
good.
it. Like.
Wait, since I'm typing something, so you just mute one of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you made multiple claims, and there was actually something I wanted to attack before, but I didn't want to shotgun you since you demonstrated a lack of tracking multiple times over. So the first thing that you said I want to respond to is that the present is progressing to the future. I agree with that, but how is that until that there is a space or a point in time, quote unquote, where time doesn't exist and then it did exist? Why isn't it just the case that there's some unknown variable that causes some type of the representation that be actualized, or not be actualized, but to actually start progressing? Because just because there's still motion, there's no motion, there's still motion twice. Just because there's still motion doesn't mean that time doesn't exist. It just means that the representation or the representation isn't actually representing what time is supposed to represent. So, for example, if I'm standing completely still, this doesn't mean that time doesn't exist. But as soon as I start moving, that's me representing. Shinra, shut up, please. Anyways, as soon as I start moving, that's me representing the flow of time. So I don't know what you mean by it doesn't exist. If you're just saying it isn't in motion or it isn't in progression, then sure. But that's distinct from atemporal causation. So I don't understand why you brought that up. And
Alright,
then
cool. You
for
finished?
the no,
Okay,
he
never
said
mind.
something else. Yeah, and then
Oh,
for
okay.
the empiric, bro. And then for the universal thing, you said it was observable that the universe works in such a way. Can you show that, please?
Cool. You finished? Yeah. All right. There. Toxic, you can speak.
Sorry, but what do you mean? I said that whatever the universe is observable. I don't think I said that. What are you talking about? Can you please clarify that? Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm
I'm sorry, bro.
All right.
You said the universe working in X way was justifiable. That being that it was, I think, the expansion of the universe. You said that was justifiable. Hello?
He's muted. Okay, you want him to speak? All right, cool.
Oh yeah, I
Alicia.
already justified that though. It's just that you didn't listen. You never tried. You want me to repeat it again? Hello?
My fucking god. Something is
Wait,
genuinely
okay,
wrong.
yeah, so, but shut up, Corin, please. So you weren't listening once again. I'll lay this out and then we can move on. I never said you didn't justify it. You obviously gave some shitty ass rationale argument. However, you made the claim it was empirically just. I'm asking, how is it empirically just? Can you show an experiment or something along those lines, dumbass? So maybe you should ask what I mean by justifiable before you go and give your shitty rhetorical tactics.
All right, okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Don't ever tell me to shut up again. All right.
Hold on,
Continue.
bro. Okay, bro. Wait, are you saying that I should empirically justify like whether or not the universe is expanding? You on a video or something? Like this has to be the rattiest shit that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, I don't care. Just fucking debate the guy. I don't care for your
Bro, God.
I'm
By the
asking
way,
you
we don't.
what
By the way,
wait,
Corin, we don't gonna
do
do the
you
talking.
think a
the talking
video would
stick shift from now
suffice,
on.
bro? Like this is so weird. You know the universe expands, bro.
okay, all right.
Wait, I'ma just wait. Before y'all continue, no.
no.
Hold on. Before y'all continue, I'm just gonna say this. We're not gonna do the muting shit from now on. Both of y'all can speak at the same time, and y'all can do respectful interruptions. But the moment y'all start getting fucking autistic and shit like, that's why I'm saying.
No.
Corin, that's why I'm saying that I was gonna mute them. You don't have to.
Okay, that's fine. So,
Y'all just don't
once
get into
again,
the stupid shit.
I understand that your knowledge isn't up there yet, but toxic. Obviously, empirical justification isn't limited to perception. You can go and use scientific method to justify what the universe is doing. I never said anything about you justifying the universe actually expanding. I want you to justify that this expansion isn't something eternal. I mean, yeah, eternal.
Cool, all right.
Why would I have to justify whether or not the expansion is don't mute him, it's fine. We can continue like this.
Bro,
Why would I have to
was I
justify
muted?
the
You just
expansion
said-
being
oh, my bad.
eternal?
See,
Like,
exactly. The moment I unmute them, they continue fucking speaking. So
yeah,
just
it's
come
fine.
on.
We can continue. Why would I have to justify the expansion being eternal?
Yo,
That's
Corin, he
retarded.
just said no talking stick.
No, both. No, because both y'all are gonna do this shit. I'm
But,
saying you're
Toxic,
gonna do it.
bro,
Both y'all are gonna do it.
Bro,
So I'd
chill,
rather
shut up.
just be
Damn. Toxic, what'd you say?
Oh.
I'm saying why would I have to justify the expansion being eternal? What?
Why do y'all keep on fucking muting me? But to answer the question, the reason why you have to justify toxic, since once again you are listening, is because you said that the universe wasn't eternal. Your entire point is that there's a point in time, quote unquote, where time doesn't exist and then it was actualized. So I want you to show this point in time where time doesn't exist and then it suddenly becomes actualized. If you can't actually do this, that would entail a defeater to your argument, because your argument is that metaphysical change can exist and atemporal causation is logically possible. So I'll explain. I'll explain why it's logically, for the recording, if you were to lose this point, the reason why it's logically impossible is because if cause and effect is relying on time, which it would be by my definition, because cause is the production of, or effect is the production of cause, which entails change, that means that it requires change. Now, if change doesn't exist, how can you have change without change? So that would be define the law of identity and the law of contradiction. Law of non-contradiction.
Cool, you finished?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Toxic, you're getting unmuted now.
Bro, just don't mute us, bro. We can just continue. If you get spurred,
No.
then y'all can stop muting.
When I unmuted one of you guys
No.
started going,
The only reason why I cut you off
No,
is
I don't
because
care
you
if this
literally
bullshit
muted
when
me.
y'all gonna do this shit. I don't care when
You
you want to be
literally
muted or
muted me
not.
when you
You're
told
getting
me
muted
not
whether
to
you
be
like it or
muted. But
not.
Toxic, give your
No,
argument.
I don't
I
give a
apologize.
fuck. You guys are getting muted whether you like it or
Bro,
not.
can you stop? Anyways,
Okay, that's fine.
Toxic, give your arguments.
Okay, yeah, sure. Anyways, I never said like the universe was never eternal. I don't know where you got that from, but anyways, about the entire thing about it entailing like a logical contradiction by your definition. I don't really care for your
Why do you
definition.
pronounce it
I
like
think I
that?
already yeah, whatever. I don't think I really care too much about that. I already addressed that beforehand. Like what?
Oh yeah, that doesn't matter because my definition is actually in line with the concept you're trying to propose, that being a materialistic change. If that follows,
How
then
does
my
it?
argument
How?
is also, I don't
Yeah.
understand why you're cutting me off.
See?
So if that
See what
follows,
the fuck I
yeah,
mean?
Corin, you can mute
See?
them anyway. You don't have to spur Corin, just mute him as soon as you see interjections. But that's fine. Anyways, if that follows, that means my argument is going to be something that's proposed and actually accurate. So that demonstrates a defeater to your argument, Toxic. So I'm going to say this. Make sure you keep up this time because you didn't last time.
Cool. You finished? Or you just
Hold on, my grandma. I apologize. So, if the universe is eternal, that means that there's no point in time where it did not exist. That also means that there's no point in time where quote unquote time didn't exist. So your argument will be defeated. If you're saying that the universe expanded at some point in time, then I just believe that there's some type of variable that caused its expansion. That doesn't mean that there's a lack of time, because once again, I believe time is biconditionally represented through spatial interaction. So just because I don't move, that doesn't mean that time doesn't exist. It just means that there's no representation going through the process of time at that moment. And then if you want to say it doesn't exist in the sense where there's no representation going through that process of quote unquote change, then that's fine. That's not atemporal causation, Toxic. Please keep up.
all right. You finished?
Yes, I'm finished.
Perfect. All right. Toxic, now speak.
Jeez Louise, bro is lost. But anyways,
Okay, shut the fuck up.
I'll just reaffirm my entire argument because you don't seem to understand what I said, right? I never said the universe is eternal, right? I said hypothetically, right, if the universe expands and there's a progression of events and they're represented by time, that means that the future right now is predicated from the present and we're transitioning from the present to the future. If that's the case, right, this change is represented by time. So either time in that sense is either a potential infinity or is something that's finite. If it's potential infinity, something that continues on over and over again, then that still entails the fact that it has a beginning because potential infinity has a beginning. But if it's finite, that means time also had a beginning. So you either have two of those alternatives, which you never address. You also never addressed the point about causal relations too. I made that point up to justify why like immaterial things can like exist within the universe and why these specific immaterial things are like showing physical representation of things that exist within the universe, to denounce the argument about whether or not the universe is solely predicated of like things that are empirically deducible or whatnot.
Okay, you finished?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Holy shit. See argument 101. But anyways, what you just said actually helps my point. It's not actually a defeater. So when I say that time is represented biconditionally through change or through spatial interaction, that doesn't mean that there's no future. What that actually means is that the spatial interaction can entail some type of cause and effect. Like, for example, you have the spatial action of walking that can cause the effect of me killing an ant by virtue of me stepping on the ground. That's something that's completely reasonable. And then in response to the other thing you said, in response to an argument, I said we can move on to that after because you have a lack of tracking. So I don't want to shotgun you or anything like that. But yeah, what you just said isn't an actual defeater. Presence or progressing into the future. The future is going to be caused by the cause, obviously. The cause is going to be whatever occurs in the present. The future is going to be the effect. So you have the cause of punching Corn. The effect, Corn goes to the hospital. All this is something that can be in line with the position that I'm upholding currently. So the actual and potential infinity, I don't give a fuck about any of that. It's just called still motion. I'm sure you know what that means since you study physics, unless you were capping about that too. So.
All right,
I never said you said, yeah, let me just clarify something else. I never said that you said that the universe shut up. I never said that you said that the universe was eternal. I said if the universe was eternal, that entails a defeater to your position, and then you're giving a hypothetical. I don't care about some random hypothetical that just posits what you're trying to say, especially since it's a non sequitur. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, that's the claim. So, Toxic, you can talk.
I never said you said that too. Like, are you dumb? Like, there's a difference between saying I said you said that and saying like what you said is a consequence of what you said beforehand. I'm saying whatever you said about me saying the universe, right? Quote unquote, if the universe is eternal, like inherently implies the fact that somehow, right? I said that. That's a consequence of you saying that. There's a difference between me saying you said that and me like saying like this is the consequence of what you said. But in any case, we can move on from this point. I already like addressed everything. Like I don't really want to like go like repetitive over this point.
Cool, you finished?
Also, by the way, hold on, by the way, how does it like align with like your entire position? By the way, the entire thing about it. Actually, don't. We don't need that. We can move on.
All right, cool. Jesus. All right.
No, I actually will explain this. I'm an honest debater, unlike someone I'm debating. So the reason why it aligns with my position is that because if there's spatial interaction, that necessarily entails there's going to be cause and effect, because every single thing we do has an effect that's predetermined. So that's the argument. You can contend it if you would like. Also, to clarify something you said initially, aforementioned, you said, well, I never said you said this. I never said that you said that I said that. All I was clarifying was that this is not something I said you said. It doesn't mean that I'm basing that off of something you said about me saying it. So you're clearly lost in your own word jungle. It's kind of funny, but yeah, we can move on. So you didn't
Cool.
justify your hypothetical at all.
Yep, nice.
So what do you want to move on to? You want to get into your position now?
All right.
Yo, Infinity and Toxic,
Yeah.
both of y'all are fucking wrong. We
Cause
can meta
The
debate
debate
that
is
right now.
finished because, like, if
Cause
Infinity
cause
gives us
hold
reason
on.
why this
Finished.
contradicts
It's
Reason.
Okay,
finished.
wait, okay.
Wait,
so,
wait. No. Listen, Toxic, are you finished or not?
You know, I just want to ask him, like, do you want to move on to like your entire position? Because I think we already went over mine, and I'll talk about the descriptions and
All right.
whatnot.
I'll let him answer. Cool.
I want to move
There.
on to the causal points because you said that you had an argument for the causal points, and I said we can move on to that after because you can't track it. I didn't want to shotgun you. So let's take
Cool.
it step by step like a baby. So what was the argument that you have for the causal point?
All right. Let me fucking.
Dude, like, it's okay to say you forgot my argument. You're the one who's not tracking, but okay, yeah. I was saying, like, causal relations themselves are not physical, right? But we can see the effects of causal relations, right? It's not like causal relations have some sort of substance that you can see to say, oh yeah, this is the thing that's causing like all causal relations to happen. Like, no, that's not the case. We can see like the effect of causal relation that does not entail the fact that causal relations themselves like physical. So yeah, that was the argument. So we can have things that are like non-physical to have like physical representation in the universe, and they demonstrate how the universe works. So go ahead, Infinity.
Cool.
This is so sad. So yeah, maybe so if you were actually listening before I actually said we can take it step by step because I know you do drugs and that causes some type of mental faculties and tells you can't track so if you were listening, that just presupposes that cause and effect as a concept is immaterialistic. I once again want to say I believe that these concepts, quote unquote, are something that's represented by spatial interaction that ties back to my position, Toxic. Maybe you were listening. I'll repeat it. I believe these concepts are something that are represented spatially, Toxic. So if that is the case, and follows that these concepts are not immaterialistic and everything we observe is what actually this concept upholds. So yes, we can move on. So what?
Alright, cool.
By the way, Karen, just to clarify one thing, they have nothing else to move on to, which is why they're repeating themselves. Because if Toxic wins the point, Toxic wins the debate. If Infinity wins the point, Infinity wins the debate. Like, the point is just going to be the determiner for whose full of mind position is being proven or corroborated. So there's nothing else to move on to, by the way.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, this is.
Let Infinity clarify one thing else. He says he wants to clarify
okay.
something.
I didn't see it. All right. Cool.
Though
All right.
Apollo is
Anyone
correct
okay?
about me winning the debate. If
Yeah,
this
cool.
point
Just
goes
get to
through.
the
There's
point.
something I want to clarify here. The laws of logic are necessary, seemingly. If that follows, then there cannot be any logical contradiction within any possible world. That would entail my conclusion, which is the mind is materialistic. The contradiction would be you cannot have a medium, which is going to be a process or experience, and not have change. You cannot have an information transmitter and not have change. So everything that follows when you say the mind is immaterialistic, when you use those random ambiguous terms, they all entail some type of contradiction. So his position is reduced to absurdity if I do win this point, which I clearly did.
Okay. You finished?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, I want to debate someone. And like, don't
Sorry,
stop the
but can I
recording.
ask
Just
you
save the.
something, Infinity?
Wait,
Hold on,
I'm gonna
Infinity,
wait.
can I ask you
Sorry,
something?
Mogulos, you'll
Yeah.
get a debate after this, but I'm needing to mute you for now. But I hope you get your debate. But yeah, talk to continue.
But sorry, Infinity, but can I ask you something? But how does change like necessary since you're on your position right now, so how exactly does change like entail that some non-physical thing cannot exist? You're presupposing that like it's logically contradictory to say something that's non-physical inherently is immutable. Like no, there are a lot of like philosophical like notions that posit like universals, and these specific universals are not necessarily immutable. They're Jungian archetypes as well. These specific archetypes are changeable and they're still abstract. There are a lot of philosophical notions that posit that. So you're gonna have to justify as to why you think that's a logical contradiction to begin with. You've been saying a lot of shit, and this shit is more like presupposition instead of like justification. But go ahead, little nigga.
All right, cool. Sorry, this is gonna take a bit of time. Infinity. All right, there.
The little nigga wasn't needed, but furthermore, the reason why it's going to be logically contradictory by your own words is because, once again, I posit the view I don't care about random philosophers. I don't care why low tiers do that. It's just so unnecessary. If do you believe this, you can argue it. If you don't, then you don't have to argue it. But the reason why, once again, listen, I don't want to say this once again. I don't want to say this more than once. But the reason why I believe it's logically contradictory is because seemingly everything we have epistemic access to is physical. If that follows, then that would entail time. The representation of time is also physical. If you were listening, I have more reason to believe my position is what my position was. That's my belief. There's more reason to believe that the mind is materialistic. Now, due to my epistemic access, that is what it causes me having more reason to believe in why thing. So if that follows, let me say this slowly. If that follows, that means there's more reason to believe that time is only physical than there is reason to believe that time can also be physical and non-physical. So I don't care about those random philosophers or philosophical positions if they have no evidence that you're going to propose during this debate, which you clearly failed to do in your points.
Cool. You finished?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Toxic, you can speak.
Damn, this debate is really embarrassing. But okay, Infinity, just saying that it's a view that you posit is not justification. It's begging the question. That's what I'm saying. I asked you to explain how it's a logical contradiction, right? But in any case, I'm just gonna have to re-explain this again, right? We already went over the point about descriptions, so I don't think we have to really continue this debate. We went over the point about cause relations, and you talked about how these cause relations have like physical representations, which I didn't really deny. I already agree with that. I'm saying that we don't see causal relations, right? But we see the effects of causal relations. This is something that pertains to my initial point where I said we can have information and information can have physical representation, but the information in itself is still non-physical. Like holy crap, Infinity. Causal relation, the concept of causal relation is non-physical. Like you cannot deduce or reduce causal relation as a notion to be physical. And if that's the case, right? The effects that we're seeing, it conforms to exactly what I said beforehand. And I said, right, something that's like existing as information can have physical representation. And in this case, right, we have the notion of causal relation, which we cannot really perceive or empirically deduce to exist, right? But we know exists because we can see the effects of causal relations. Just like gravity, Infinity, gravity is not a substance you can see, but we can see the influence of gravity within the universe, Infinity. You cannot empirically deduce time. You cannot time. You can see the effects of time, Infinity. That's what I said too.
All right, cool. You finished?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Okay. So there's multiple things. One, stop trying to apply rhetorical tactics. Your accent ruins it, so it makes your rhetoric unappealing. Two, you weren't listening. I'm clearly a nominalist, and I'm not using my view to posit my view. I gave an argument as to why my view is going to be more accurate, or at least as to why it's in line with my position for this debate. If you weren't listening, then that's a you problem. I can repeat it. Maybe it's due to the drugs or something. Three, you repeated the claim once again by saying, well, we have information which is going to be physical, and then you have the actual information which is non-physical. The physical information represents the non-physical. That presupposes that there's non-physical information. Four, the gravity points, furthermore, I don't actually agree with that gravity point at all. You can actually see gravity is just that our eyes cannot be extended to that level. Gravity is something that is tangible. We just can't see it due to our eyes. But if you're saying overall, if you're saying that overall it's intangible or we cannot see it, but we see the effects, I believe that gravity is also represented by this effects. And we actually can empirically observe gravity. We just can't do it with like just our base eyes. So I don't understand why you brought that point up. So once again, even if I were to grant that we can't see gravity, but gravity is not physical, which it isn't at all, or is intangible, I hope you understand we have reason to believe that gravity exists. What is the reason to believe that anything else exists, Toxic? Or not that was intangible, by the way, but we just see the effects of gravity. We understand the effects. So all that ties back into my point. I'm not questioning Megan at all. You just didn't hear the argument. So we can conclude.
All right. I'm gonna assume you're finished. All right, but yeah, all right. Toxic, you can speak.
oh boy. Anyways, you're gonna have to justify why you think gravity is like tangible. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay,
You said
all right.
gravity is tangible, and I never.
All right.
Oh my God, this dude is a rat. Okay, so I'll explain this. Gravity and even waves from the microwave are something invisible to the naked eye. To the naked eye. To the naked eye. Not overall or universally. But I'll justify this. Sure, I got you. Maybe that wasn't the argument, Toxic, but that was something I was clarifying before moving on. Please
All right,
listen.
you finished?
You make claims. No, I'm not done.
Okay,
This
all
nigga's
right.
retarded. Oh my God. Oh, I know he's burden shifting, but unlike him, I can actually defend my claims.
Okay, can you like get to the point instead of fucking?
Yes, I am
chat?
getting to the point, Core, and I'm talking to someone in chat while I'm getting the evidence.
Oh my fucking.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. Nice.
Who is this guy talking to me in chat? They did. They asked me to moderate. Sorry.
All right, there we go. Gravity is a physical force. All right, there you go. So we can move on.
All right. Cool. So you're finished, right? Or
Yeah.
cool. Oh my god! I my fault. This is gonna take. Okay, there. You're unmuted.
So how exactly is using ChatGPT justification? And second of all, do you know what they mean when they say physical force? It can't be that they're saying something that's a physical force is just something that can act upon physical things, not that it's physical in itself.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, I don't believe non-physical things can interact with physical things, even if I posit that physical things do exist, which I clearly don't because I'm a nominalist. But how we know ChatGPT is accurate before we move on to the quote-unquote interpretation of what they're saying, how we know that ChatGPT is accurate is because seemingly they've been accurate. It's multiple inductions we can make off of ChatGPT. And then the information that they gather is used or gathered by virtue of using the scientific method. I'm sure you don't know that, so I have to educate you on that. But let me get this real quick. Dun, dun, dun. She want to eat my dick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, it's hot in here. What's this guy talking about?
He gave us
Yeah, the gravitrons and shit. Yeah, Apollo gets it, see?
Yeah, God. The graviton.
That's how we gotta say accept instead of accept.
Okay,
That's
so
actually
the reason
fucking
why.
true.
Yeah. So do you know what gravity is, Toxic? Yes or no? Hello?
Oh shit! All right.
Just say yes or no. Do you know what gravity is? The leading question.
All right.
No, I don't know what gravity is.
Of course
Explain
you
it to
don't.
me.
So
What's gravity?
So what gravity does essentially is it pulls down shit. Like for example, you have your mother that's naked. She has no clothes on. She just got done being raped. And then you have your kid. And then you have a dog that also
what
just
the
got done
fuck?
being raped. And the dog has no hair on him. And the dog also only has one eye. And the
Bruh.
dog only has one ear. And the dog only has two legs. And the dog also has no tail. And the dog is also brown. And the dog just came from the vet. And the dog didn't go to the hospital. And the dog actually just went to sleep. And then the dog woke up. Anyways, so you have these two entities. What gravity does is if there's a ratio when it comes to the weight, the gravity pulls it down. That's the effect of gravity. That's what it does scientifically and analytically. If that follows, that means that it's pulling something physical. That means that the force of gravity, because it's a pull thing, it pulls. That means that the force of gravity is something that corresponds and acts with reality.
Cool. You finished?
Yeah.
Right. Now your dumb ass can speak. No, I'm playing. But yeah.
So wait, well, that entire argument is just you giving a definition of like gravity. But anyways, just to clarify, like gravitons are still just like theoretical things. It's not something that can actually be like deduced to be true. But in any case, honestly, I think this debate has been dragged for a little bit too long. But I really would
I
want
want
like
to
to
debate.
conclude.
Can I ask a
Or go to the
question?
mall.
Yo,
But,
Toxic, just before y'all finish the debate, what the fuck is that fucking bomb in the background? You good?
And the dog
what are we
did
talking about?
it. The dog did it. And the dog did it. Bro, Infinity is comedy gold, man.
Brother playing
Well,
CS
lie,
Blind,
bro. I don't know
bro.
what you're
What
talking
the
about,
fuck?
bro.
Bro, it's like, and the dog did the
All
bro. The dog did the
All right. Okay. Are y'all finished or what? Are y'all finished? Or wait, I'm gonna unmute Infinity and ask if you guys anything
Oh my
else to
god!
say.
Oh my god! You just retarded. You just conceded. I'll explain one more point, then we can move on. You're the one who brought up Oh my God, you're the one that brought up this point to say why my reasonability when it comes to epistemic axis wasn't actually accurate. So if you don't actually justify why this theory, quote unquote, would have correspondence, then it wouldn't be something that denies what I currently have epistemic access to, dumbass. So if it follows that gravity is physical and it has physical effect, that will be included in my epistemic axis, which translates to my position being more reasonable, or at least me having a reason to accept my position. If it is the case that it's non-physical, that's just going to be a theory on your end, and I want you to justify that theory. If you cannot justify that theory, instead it just goes in con during the debate, then you cannot actually assert this to be something that dismantles, like Sukuna, my epistemic axis. So if you can't assert this to dismantle my epistemic axis, you're just dodging the stop sign, my nigga. There's no actual argument as to why I don't have more reason to believe X thing. So all you're doing is going in fucking circles, my nigga. You're like a dog that's wagging his tail trying to bite that shit, bitch ass nigga. So yeah, we can move on.
All right, cool. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there, Toxic. You're unmuted.
Bro, can you repeat what he said, bro? I'm not gonna allow us not listening.
Oh my God.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can y'all just finish the debate, please?
It's
Like
fine,
that
it's
ass.
fine. I'll repeat it. I'm used to it. He clearly hasn't been listening at all.
Yeah, you
But
just
to
love this
repeat
after like, don't you? I don't know, playing.
Man, I love Dick. Anyways, so if you're listening, if we can't determine whether or not your position is true, that being that gravity is something that is physical or non-physical, that means it's in kind and perspective of the debate. If that follows, that means that you cannot actually use this to dismantle my epistemic axis at all, because that's what you brought it up to do. You said, well, gravity is something that's been proven to do Y thing. You didn't justify that, by the way, so you just went circular on that. I want you to justify that. But you said gravity is something that is proven to do Y thing. You use that to explain why my epistemic axis is not something that's going to be a good threshold for what's a more reason to accept something. If that does not go through, as in it being non-physical is purely theoretical, that means that you cannot actually assert this to dismantle my epistemic axis. If it does go through that it is physical, that means that I can actually help it and make it to seem as if I have more reason to believe my position.
Cool, you finished?
Yo, Toxic, you're gonna have to use your big ass jujutsu expansion to dismantle his argument, I'm afraid.
Nigga said dismantle my justification like Sukuna. Nigga's cold. Holy
Yo,
why is this
anyway,
guy
bro,
saying
how
Tori
long
Yen?
has it been?
Okay.
Infinity.
Speak.
Anyways, so first of all, right, Infinity, right? I never said like gravity like is literally non-physical in a purely non-physical sense. I simply went by what you said because beforehand you were talking about how like everything we can see in reality can be like empirically deduced or whatnot, or all notions in reality can be empirically deduced. And I was making an example with like gravity as to why like you cannot really empirically deduce like it like exist in like a physical sense, but you can see the effects of it. And I gave another example with like causal relations as well. So yeah, like I don't think you're really understanding my argument, but I pretty much just use your argument as an extension of my argument to argue that if we're going by solely empiricism, then empiricism is not the only way to describe the entirety of reality. So, oh shit,
Nigga
sorry,
said he
my
used infinitive hand signs to make his own jutsu. That's crazy. But yeah.
Oh, y'all
Yeah,
just
so
love
you
listening.
clearly, anyways, go on, shut up. So there's clearly a lack of understanding on your
Okay,
side rather than my side. Furthermore, actually, if you agree that you can empirically deduce gravity to some type of physicality, that actually entails my epistemic axis being somewhat accurate. So that follows that the causal relationship is also something that entails my epistemic axis being accurate. So once again, that's just a non-point. If we can reduce gravity to empirical, hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, if we can reduce gravity to empirical facts, that justifies that it's physical. Like there's no such thing as non-physical empirical facts. I don't posit that at all. I don't think you can actually justify that. So if it is the case that it's non-physical, then that's purely theory, which you would have to justify. If it is physical, which you just granted currently, you just said it has physical effects, which is all I'm arguing for. That means that my position is also going to be posited inherently. So overall, I don't believe you've been able to form a correct jitsu, my nigga. Like you're Itachi, you're sick as fuck. You're about to die.
Okay, all right.
I don't believe you can actually form anything that actually dismantles or
Okay,
denies my
are
arguments.
you finished?
Like Sukuna. Hey.
Hey. All right, continue.
damn, that's amazing. But anyways, by the way, because I remember you just made this argument, but I don't think it's also a logical contradiction, like for something that's like non-physical to interact with something that's physical, by the way. And second of all, yeah, man, I think we should just conclude, bro. Like I'm not really trying to like argued this over and over again.
All right,
Honestly, this
cool.
debate is being dragged.
Yeah, honestly, I don't give a fuck. All right, no, I'm playing.
Is this where Toxic is your Wimo or like
How does
what's going on?
interaction? How is it capable? Yeah, sure. How is physical interaction capable of interacting with non-physical interaction?
All right, that it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. How can a non-physical?
Cool. Cool. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. All right.
Notice how I asked you. Notice how earlier in the debate I asked you questions like, "How can you reduce information to physicality?" And you're like, "You shifted the burden." Now you're doing the same thing, bitch. I never said that. I never made an argument as to whether or not this thing can actually be reduced to like physicality. I'm saying it's not a logical contradiction. That's what I said. Now please track. Now can we please just conclude? Like this debate is literally being dragged.
Yeah, y'all should actually do that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, this dude's
For
retarded. I
real.
never represented
on
what
God.
you said. I never represented what you said, or at least attempted to represent what you said. But instead, you made the
Sorry.
claim that you don't believe X. I'm telling you to justify that it's not logically contradictory or contradictory by what you're saying. So I'll justify that it is logically contradictory. To interact is to have space denotatively. If that follows, that means that non-physical things do not have space, ergo they cannot interact. There you go. There's the argument. And I also never said you gave an argument. You gave a view. I wanted you to justify your view. So you can go ahead and defeat that tier one.
Yep. You're
If
finished
you're
talking.
happy and you
Continue.
know it,
Shut
clap your
the
hands.
fuck up.
Yo, chill. What the fuck?
Why did y'all cut him
Okay,
off like
Toxic,
that? I
speak.
wanted to hear what he said, but it sounded like you were saying like if you like have like the ability to interact with things, you have like spatiality or something like that, right?
Yeah, interaction entails spatiality, so all you have to do is just point out why it is not the case that it entails spatiality. Go for it.
Oh,
Oh my
for
god.
real? For real, Infinity? Sounds like you're begging the question. How would you go about justifying that, though?
I'm gonna go about fucking concluding this shitty boo boo ass demonic ass debate.
That's what I'm
For
saying, bro.
real.
Oh my god, bro. Debating Infinity is crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I think you're
Okay,
chill.
get to the fucking point. Goddamn.
I'm already done. Like, I'm already done,
Oh my.
bro.
Okay. Like, okay.
But wait.
Oh my god.
No,
Okay, yeah.
nigga,
All
no
right.
way this shit. Okay.
Yeah, what now? What now?
Nigga, I just have to add this. On, right?
Bro, he
Like
called
you
it the
said,
hard R.
it's a piece of the entire argument for him saying like it's a logical contradiction. Like, first of all, presupposes that
Contradict.
No, but like, okay.
My fault. Go on.
But yeah, he presupposes that whatever you said is correct. It's just not justified, and he was begging a question, so I'm asking to justify that right now.
Wait, you understand that you guys don't need to argue this, right? Because for one, and you can unmute Infinity. For one, you guys have been arguing the entire time about the possibility of atemporal causation. So that means you guys are technically arguing whether it is or isn't in fact possible for these two distinct substances to causally interact with each other. So you go back on the point regarding the possibility of there being interaction when this was being argued upon already. It's just really redundant.
Okay.
I feel like I'm muting Infinity low key.
I don't understand why I was
I'm gonna need y'all to shut up just for a bit.
I don't understand why I was mute so long, but anyways, in response to what you just said, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm presupposing. I want you to point it out because I understand you're a sophist, so you're going to try to rat and try to weasel out of the argument. So I want you to point out specifically what you think I'm presupposing, and then secondly, it was not a burden shift. You told me your view, and then thirdly, the justification is once again my epistemic axis by virtue of what I've empirically seen, not what you've empirically seen, but by virtue of what I've. Yeah, can y'all meet Apollo? By virtue of what I've empirically
I'm
viewed.
muting this guy. What the?
By virtue of what I've
stop edging in the VC.
By virtue of what I
Okay, I need
empirically
a
viewed,
view Tensa too.
bro, shut up, damn. By virtue of what I've empirically viewed, it all is reduced to physical facts. That includes the physical and non-physical interaction, quote unquote. So physical interaction entails force. Seemingly, force is something that requires space. If that follows, please listen. If that follows, then non-physicality does not have space, so it will be reduced to absurdity. How can you have force without any energy, matter, or anything along those lines? I never said it was a logical contradiction, and I'm going to clarify this now. I said it seemingly was a logical contradiction. All this seemingly and in perspective, all translate back to the epistemic axis. All translate back to that. So please follow up, buddy.
Killed. All right. Let me. Okay, did not work.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, can we just fucking finish this debate, bro? Like, holy. Oh, by the way, when I said you were begging the question, Infinity, I was talking about how you're saying like things that only interact can only like interact spatially speaking. Like that's the entire thing where I said you're begging the question. And two, it's another presupposition about force only requiring like physicality too. Like what? Let's just conclude, bro.
All right, is that it? Yeah, yeah. All right.
Chad, notice this how he asks us to conclude after he gives some shitty low tier argument. But anyways, so it's actually not a presupposition. We can see by virtue of your logic, multiple philosophers, actually all philosophers or all scientists, actually deduced that force requires matter and or energy. That means my position is justifiable by virtue of epistemic access. Once again, all this translates back to my position because my position is that epistemic access is going to be allowing us to have more of a reason to believe wide thing, or at least allowing me to have more of a reason to believe wide thing. So what you just said does not follow. And even let's say you do point out some type of non-physical thing within the world. All that means is that there's one instance, meaning that's a datum, not a data set. A datum means there's one piece of information. All that means is that there's a datum in comparison to my large data set epistemically, meaning I have an induction. So everything you're saying is a non sequitur, and I'm not making any unjustifiable presupposition. And then for the first thing you said, Toxic, yeah, I don't think that actually adds anything new. You just repeated yourself, and I actually did get justification. Me positing the view was not my argument. If you didn't hear my argument, then that's your fault. So we can conclude, Drug Lord.
Yo, I'm taking over the modding for now, okay? So I'm on mute, both of y'all. Y'all gotta wrap this shit up.
Yes, we can conclude. Hello? Hello? Typing up
Yeah,
those
shit cut
ChatGPT
out.
arguments aren't going to do anything. I love being a monkey.
Yeah, I love when you're a monkey too.
W.
Bro, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we
Unfortunately.
can.
Bro, can y'all hear me?
Unfortunately.
Yes, we can. Affirmative.
Yes, I do. I do still school bananas.
Wait, let me show y'all some.
Hello, Toxic. By the
Yo,
way,
just
we have
wrap
to
the debate
conclude.
up here, bro.
I think we
He's
do
not
need
even
to
here anymore.
conclude.
This is a perfect chance.
Yeah, I think we do need to conclude because Sarugi said we needed to keep it like 45 minutes.
Good shit. W Ruby.
And this shit has definitely been more than
All right,
45 minutes.
All right, I'm back.
Oh my God.
Well,
we
they
can
just finished the
wrap it up
debate, so
Finally.
Easy claps.
I'm not